Okay, here's the shirt, and we are going to look over it and make a pattern for it. Are you ready? Here we go. Here's the shirt that I want to make. And let me see if I can get it in there. We have a curve right here in it, and a curve over here on this side. And see, I've had this shirt for a while. You can see all the stains on it. But it's time to make one for the skirt. Okay? And now the back of it, let me straighten out the back so you can see it. It has a pleat right down in here. Not a pleat, but a seam right in here and across here. So, this is going to be very interesting. White material here. The thing of it is I have to double it. In other words, can you see those scissors in there? So I'm going to have to do it double like this so you can't see through it. Because I don't want any private parts showing. So everything we're going to have to make like 2 or 4. Like we're going to have, let's see, it's on this side. We're going to have 4 of the round things that are here on the side. So let's get our newspaper out and let's get started on this shirt. Okay, I had went to the store to get some more of this color, and I could not. They didn't have it in this color. But they've got it just as close as they could to the other color. So it's a medium light, but it'll be okay. It's not that bad. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this on it. And I think what I've got in mine is going to look really good. So now I've got my shirt laid out here half in the back. So what I'm going to do is just outline everything. I'll outline it all. Without touching. I would hate to have to get this purple. This blue, well, it's already got blue, blue ink on it. I don't know how in the world I got that in there. But it was all over my dryer. So, but that's okay. Alright. Now then. If you look down here at the bottom, I put a little couple inches on it. So, or 1 inch. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this out. Like this. I think that skirt turned out pretty. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with what clothes that I have been making. And I've got another quilt started that's like the other newspaper quilt, but different. And the thing of it is I'm having so much problems with it. I started doing a free motion, and then I ended up quitting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go at it with a different trick to it, or whatever, a different method, because I am not happy with that. Okay, we got this part done. Now, let's see what we got to do here. Now, if we look closely at this, it has a little curve in it. So we're going to want to put a little curve in it. So let me get my artist stuff out here. And I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to set it side by side like this. And the curve goes down like that and up like that. So, that's the way I'm going to put it. So let's go down just a little bit. I think that right there would work great. So, I'm going to use this right here to go down. I'm going to scoot this over a little bit, because I don't want a curve going down too. And I think that right there would work great. right there. So now we have the back. Okay, so now we're going to set this aside, and then we're going to do the front. So I'll be right back. Here we go with this one now. So we're going to outline it the same identical way, but what we're going to do is the neck part, we're going to fold it in on the inside, so we have this like this. And we have a seam right here, so we need to kind of go down on it too. So how about if I do it like that? There we go. I think that'll work. Alright, so I'm going to go up just a little bit on the corner here, so we make sure that we get us a good seam allowance here. And then we're going to go this way with it. And then we're going to go down. Oh, we got a curve right in here. There we go. I think I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Make that curve.
I want that too.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we're going to go up. And then we're going to go down.
Down the same.
Alrighty.
Down the same.
Now then, we have a curve right here. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut this out. Probably straighter than we made our lines. Alright. I have a small table here, don't I? Especially when it's got the sewing machine on it. Okay. I think this is going to look good. So far, everything's working out the way it should. Some projects, when you start on them and they don't work out, and all, you have trouble throughout. But I think we're starting out pretty good. Alright, now then, we are going to lay the shirts side by side, right here. Now we're going to get our thing back out here, and we are going to go about like that. Yeah, I think about like that right there would work just fine. I think I would be happy with that. Let's see what it looks like. I know you can't see. Okay. Yeah. So, we want to go right here. And then we're going to go down. And we'll stop right here where it goes into a curve. But I don't want that curvy in there. Now I started making the curve, so we'll go back up here, and there we go. So now we have that. Now I know that I do a lot of stuff like this. If you see a pattern or something that you like and you would like to have, let me know and I'll get with you and I will cut you out a pattern. It would be or I'll probably send you the original pattern, and if I want to make me another shirt, I'll make me another pattern. But if you see something that you like and you would like to have the pattern, let me know and I will see what I can do for you. Okay, is there anything else we got? Oh, I forgot about the front. No, it's the back. Yeah, I got the back. Okay, let's see what we got here. On the back here, we have this right here part. And we have to have 4 of them. And then I have this like this. Okay, so we got this one covered. So I don't want to lose that. Now we're going to turn it around to the front. And we are going to look at the front.
Look at front.
Now, we have this one right there. Okay, I can see right here, I need to go down on my neckline some. I have too much on my neckline. So what I'm going to do, make sure I get it all the way I want it. And then I'm going to cut around this way. I wasn't too bad off. I think that would work better. And then here we have this right here, which goes right there. So I think we have it pretty well much going. So now I'll spread my material out and we'll get started on that. Here where the shoulders meet, right here, these two does not line up. So what we have to do is fix that. So that's what we are going to do. So let me get me a thing out here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it towards this one. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to lay it on here to go with that and go down. So that these two will line up when I go to sew them. And then we'll just draw that like that. And then we'll give this a whack off. Alrighty. Now let's see what we come up with here. They will match up better. So, I think I did pretty good on it, I hope. We are going to see. So, I'm going to get my material out now because I figured I'd better do that. Righty then. What I've done is I've folded my material in 4s because you got to cut this part on a fold. Okay? So, and I laid my shirt down here to make sure I got this right, and I put cut on fold right there. So now what I got to do is I got to try to get this. I don't want to waste all this right here material, so I got to fold it back down. So y'all just bear with me, because we have to have 2 of each because this material is so thin. We're getting closer. Because I want to try to save as much of it as I can because I've got to make other parts to it. Okay, that's a little bit better. So what we're going to do is... Sorry about the interruptions.
What you do?
Making you ask questions.
Let me back this.
Yeah, making you ask questions.
Let me my.
So, okay. Now then, let's check it out. It's so much better. Okay, so now we are going to
Pin.
right on. We're going to pin it.
Need a pin. Pin it. Pin it.
So we have 2 of them here cut on fold. Alrighty. Now I don't want it falling off. Alright.
Don't want it fall off. Don't want it fall off. The tape.
Let's see. I think I need to cut this straight. Let me make sure I'm right on this part. I don't want to cut it and it be wrong. You know what I mean?
Me mean. Me mean. Me mean.
Yeah, let's go straight right here.
There will be
you can go play. You go play. Alrighty. Take black that off. Okay. Now then, we have our 2 backs. So I'm going to lay them to the side. Now we have, where's the other piece? Oh no, I lost it. Okay, right here. Here we go. We can get this piece out of this right here, and we need 4 of these right here. And this will give us our 4 that we need. Here. So, now then, there we go. Alright, I'm going to continue to cut out and see, and then continue on. So, I'll be back. I have them all cut out and ready to go. So I've got 2 of these cut on a fold. No, not cut on a fold. This one here you don't cut on a fold. This one you cut on a fold. This one you cut on a fold. And this one right here you don't. So these 2 got 4. These 2 got cut on a fold. Alright, so now let's take our pins out. And, missed one. And let's just see how we've done so far on it. Oh. Okay. Let's put this one aside for a minute. We are going to open this up like this. Okay. And then we're going to get 2 pieces. We're going to lay it right here. And then these 2 pieces right here. Alright, I'm happy with that. Now, this is what I'm going to do to start off with. Let's get these lined up. Okay. I think I got that backwards. I really do. I really do. Let's take a gander at it. Yep. This is our fold right here. There we go. Very easily get this right here messed up, it looks like. Especially when you're doing 4. I don't like it that it's see-through, so I said, well, I'll fix that. Okay. So, we got this one pretty good. Now let's look at our front of our shirt. Alright.
We got that one.
Alright. Now, we're going to lay these out like that. Alright. So far, so good.
Not so good.
So we got 2 of these. And we're going to put, I guess it would help if I did that. Then we're going to take this one, and we're going to lay it here. And then we're going to take this one and lay it here. Now then, what I am going to do is I'm going to sew each piece together and turn them the other way. So I'll be back and show you what I'm talking about there. Show you what I did to the pattern. I got it cut on fold, and if you look, I have 2 arrows there. 2 arrows on this one shows that they go together. Sorry about that, I'm too high up, but there you go. Now then, on this one, I did the same thing. I put the shoulder up here. Alright, then I have arm right here, and then I have an arrow that is there. Yeah, let's go down. There you go. So you can see that those 2 belong together, and these 2 belong together. So now then, let me put that to the side, and that way we know what goes where. Okay, this right here is the shoulder, and we're going to start right here at the shoulder, and we're going to go around. I have purple thread, it does not matter. Oh no, I went going too fast because I just put my bobbin in. Had to change my bobbin. So, there we go. We're going to go all the way around. On regular material, you do not have to do this. You just hem it and then turn it over and flatten your hem and then put your zigzag on there. And that should take care of that. Right. Oh, I think I need to go another stitch. 2 stitches. Alright, there we go. Now.
Get down,
Alright. Please ignore the dog. He barks at squirrels and everything. Now back up here at the top to where that is. So now I have it sewed all the way around. Now I'm going to turn right sides. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I went ahead and sewed it all the way around and I ironed it. Now to get it on the seam, you can put headless pins in here and iron it down. That right there is the bottom front. Now, you see how I sewed it all the way around? I left the shoulder open. And it looks like this when I'm done. And the shoulder is open. And I ironed it out. So you see how that looks? Okay. Now then, on the shirt front, I left the shoulders open and the sides and the bottom. So all we have to do is just turn it around and iron it out. Now these right here, other things, I have already done them. So they are done and ready to go. So, now I'm going to finish up these 2 pieces and then we'll be back. I've got this right here laid out. Now what I want to do now is I'm going to take this one and I'm going to fold it up, put it to the side. And I'm going to work on these 2 right here. Now what I'm going to do here is I want to try to get my seams as close as I can and all together. So, this one right here looks like I'm going to stretch it just a little bit. But I'm going to take and I'm going to put pin in over here like this. And then like this. Now when I get this done, then I'll show you what I'm doing. Now I'm going to pull this one down. Because for some reason, it did not come out even the way I wanted them to. But I'm not a professional. Never claimed to be. Okay, there's that one. Now we're going to put one more. The top one come out. Let's try this again. Like that. Alright, let's see if we can turn this one. And we're going to put two in it this way. Maybe, just maybe, they might hold. Alright. Now, let me grab a hold of you and bring you closer to it. Can you see how I got these pins in here? Ignore that. Okay, so when I go to do it, I'm going to try to get this even so that it will be all the way even, all the way down. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll just set up the iPad so you can see it. Okay, I have it on zigzag. So now here at the bottom, I'm going to try my best to put them as close as I can together. Right here. And I want my stitch length longer, not smaller, Sandy. Alright, I hope this is it. We are going to find out. Stop. I want it slower. Alright, I'm letting you see my boo-boos too, so that you can know that they're here. Okay, I want to go slow. Oh, we can do a little bit better than that. There we go. And then we want to zigzag them together. Now, on regular material, now you can sew it with the pins in it as long as you go slow. But with regular material, you can say I've got regular material now, and I would flip it over, put a hem all the way down, and then I would go and do this right here. Okay, here we go. Now then, see how I got that on there? I zigzagged it all the way, and that's the way we want it. Now, let's just say that I'm not putting the two together. I'm just doing one piece of material. All you have to do is put these together and then sew them. Then you flip it back up, and then you put a zigzag right there. Because that's the way that this shirt is. It has a zigzag right there. So, now then, what I want to do now is I want to play with my stuff right here. So this is what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to put it right in here. I want to fold this down because I don't want it sticking out like that. So if I put it down there, like that. Oh, for some reason my pen does not want to go in. Okay. There we go. Now let's cut us off a little extra down here. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, there's our extra. So let's pin this down. Now, the same stitch that I used before on this, I'm going to use again. Because I want it to match my skirt. There we go. Now, let's pin that one down. So, I am going to go and do that now. So, I'll be back. Turned out pretty good all the way down, and it took care of my and even down here. So I'm pretty happy with that. So now then, let me get you straightened out up here. And then we'll go to our next spot. Now our next spot is, we're going to take this one and we're going to lay it out here. And we're going to take our pins and we're going to do them the same way. We're going to, well, let's see if I can get this little corner out here. And we're going to want every inch we can. And we're going to do the same thing with it. There we go. So, when I get this done, then we'll be back and take a look and see what it looks like. But so far, so good. Okay, I have that put on. And now we want to put this one right here on. Now, this right here has a fold in it. We want to make sure we leave the fold. Okay? And this right, there's one side, if you look at it, there's one side that's folded in more than the other. So we want to try to get the outside of it. I should have explained it on this one, but I didn't. So, we want to put a little bit in the back. And we're going to pin it down. And we're going to do the same process that we did before. And it doesn't want to go in that we did up here. We're just going to pin it all down. And then when I get it done, then we'll be back. I've got the back finished. So now we're going to start working on the front. So we're going to set this aside. And we're going to bring out the front. So, here we go with it. We have the two sides right here, which goes right here. Oh, nope. Okay, let me figure this out. Funny. Alright, they go right here. On the side here. Okay, I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay, let's put it on the side. See here, I made them too small. They're not long enough. But that's alright, because I have another plan that's going to go into effect. So, now then, I'm going to sew these on the same way, and I'm going to put my strip down it the same way. So when I get this completely done, then we'll be back to take a look at what I have done. Okay, I hope you can see me pretty good. I have two pins on the shoulders. So far, this is doing pretty good. But it's this right here on the side is what I'm worried about. There's not going to be enough there. So I'm going to have to come up with something there. I wish I could make patterns better than I do. But, anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure something out to do right in here so it's wider. So, when I figure it out, then we'll be back. This is what I did. I took me 3-inch and I sewed it all 3 ways and I let the bottom open. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to sew them down the same way, down the side like this, like I did the others. There we go. And that should give me my extra that I need. It's under the armpit, so it's not really going to matter. And I don't think it's going to really look that bad. So I can get this going out here. So I think that would work just fine for what I need. So I'm going to do the zigzag that is on the rickrack here, or whatever you call this right here, seam stuff, this purple stuff, and I'll put it down the side there. So, let me get started on that. I have them sewed to the front, and I put the same stitches down. If it shows, that's great. If it don't, that's great too. So now then, my next step is to take, and I'm going to sew the shoulders together. Then I'm going to sew this together. And then we'll be back to see what we're going to do with the bottom of it. So when I get all that done, then we'll be back. Right. Let's see if you can see it. That's the best I can do. I'm on the cord. But it doesn't look bad at all. It looks good. I like the way it looks. It fits my armpit good and all. So I'm happy with it. That stripe does not bother me a bit. It's just looks good. I'm just so fat, that's all. So now I'm going to get ready and we're going to do the bottom. We need to do something to the ends right here because they're not level. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it like that. That will put a little curve into it and go down. And I'm going to do it to both sides. I'm not going to worry about the color there. So I'm going to do it to both sides. And then we're going to have that right there. So I'm going to do it to the other side in a minute. But for right now, we're going to get out our material here. And we'll get rid of that. I don't need that. Then I'm going to fold this like this. Let me get my mat and my other stuff that I want. There we go. We'll straighten everything out here. Get everything out of the way. We'll get our material out here. And let's see. I want to see something, huh? Make sure I'm doing this the correct way. The way I want it to. Okay, I'm going to go this way. And then we're going to go this way. Okay, I'll see what I'm going to do now. Okay. I was measuring. Believe it or not, I was measuring. So now we're going to like this. I need to go this way first. Alright. I am going to level this up. Alright. Now then. Yeah, let's turn this around. I'll get it right here in a minute. Alright, I want 3 of these strips. Or do I want more? Let's go with... Let's go with 6 of them. I have a plan in my head, I think. And hopefully it'll turn out. Alright, there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to sew 3 of these together. Okay? Then when I get these 3 sewed together, then I'm going to sew them like this. So when I get that done, then I'll be back and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I only used 4 of them. That's all I need. 2 more would be way too much. Alright, I sewed them here, and then I sewed them all down here. Now from here on out, I'm going to use white thread, because I don't want no more purple from here down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sew a straight line all the way around for him. And then after I get that done, then we'll be back. And I also want to point out that I straightened this up down here to where it's kind of curvy and everything. And it's so far, so good. So I'll be back when I get that done. Alright, I've got me a hem all the way around it. Now this first thing here, we are going to turn it like this. And we are going to lay this on top of it. My first thing, I'm putting it over here on this side. And I'm pinning it down. Okay. My second seam, I'm putting over here on this side. And make sure I'm getting both of them. And I'm putting a pin in it. So this way. Okay. So now I've got it up this way. And I'm going to bring it down to right about here in the middle. And I'm just getting the two. And then I'm pinning it down. And then I'm just going to go like this. And I'm going to pin it down. I don't need all four. I only want two. And then I'll pin it down. I don't know if you can see me or not. Okay. And I'm going to do it over here. Pin it down right here. Then swap it right here. And then we're going to put it right here. I'm making me some gathers right here at the bottom. So far, so good.
Look.
I didn't do that. You did.
You did too.
Alrighty. Alright, so you get the gist of it. So whenever I get done with this, then we'll be back, take a look at it.